All right, we'll talk about of course, the race in Alabama where Doug Jones defeated Roy Moore in the Alabama Senate race. A black vote, crucial in that campaign. Democratic Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence, of course. We have Greg Carr, Rena Shaw Barar, and Spencer Overton. Let's talk about, again, we had Kristen on, we talked about voter suppression. If I'm Republicans in North Carolina, we saw what they have done there. You better be concerned because what Reverend Dr. William Barber, the NAACP state conference, what they have been doing, they have really been mobilizing, organizing. And I think what's going to happen in this 2018 midterm elections, I think you're going to see a lot of fed up white folks who have been woken up. I think, again, you're going to have white women who are going to wake up and realize we've been getting played. I mean, you look at all of these folks with no college degrees who voted for Roy Moore because he was this Christian warrior. And I'm going, you do know in your state you're 49th in education. You do know you have some of the worst health care in the country. You do know y'all broke as hell. And I think again what we're going to see in the midterms in 2018 is you're going to see folks challenge the typical Republican orthodoxy and say, what have you done? Trump used it against Democrats, and especially with this tax bill, Rena, they're gonna be challenged with that. What are you doing for folks, the least of these?
They've tentatively agreed to up the corporate tax rate, I think, as of yesterday. But that's not good enough. The message is going to make its way into the heartland and say that these Republicans, the ones you've put in Congress, the ones you've entrusted to give the power back to the people, are lining the pockets of these corporate bosses. This is not what you want. So the pendulum is going to swing, and it's going to swing back hard. I feel that it's going to be something like 92, like Contract for America, and it's going to go the other way. It's going to be for Democrats, because by then the message will make its way that these people in West Virginia, my home state, were sold a bill of goods. They put Roy Moore in Alabama. I mean, they wanted to, I'm sorry, the people who wanted to put Roy Moore in Alabama and thankfully did not, they have been made to think that Democrats are the devil. That is what was going on down there. I got to be honest with you. And that's what happens in states.
So when you talk about the results of this tax bill, let's talk about CHIP. Now, CHIP is for children and mothers who are poor. So when you start talking about Obamacare, they didn't like the name, but they liked the benefits that it was given. And they're saying, wait a minute, you know, we are using that. This is the first time some of these people have had health care.
That's right.
So they're attacking the core of their own constituency. And when we talk about net neutrality, what are we talking about? Rural America. What are we talking about? Leveling the playing field. And so we are consistently confronted with attacking the poorest. And I'm sorry, poor does not belong to one race.
That's right.
And you are attacking some of these rural areas, the reddest states like Alabama, and you're saying, I'm for you. Wait a minute, are you the devil or are you my savior?
I mean, again, I keep stressing this, can't be stressed enough. That's why this show is so important. Jesse Jackson, who's on no other news platform. Roland, you've been walking us through this for years. 84, 88. Jackson carries Michigan in 88.
Yes,
the Rainbow Coalition was about exactly what you're talking about. The Democrats made a decision to turn their back on the type of coalition that if they're smart, they will come back to now. The poor whites, the Latinos, the people in Appalachia. Joe Manchin, now they're saying, well, maybe he's going to have to behave, Jones going to have to behave like Joe Manchin in West Virginia. No, maybe we'll learn the lesson of the last 50 years, and maybe he'll behave like a human being. We got to now build a different coalition, because this one right here, you can't keep chasing these folks. You got to chase them with the truth. That's maybe how you bring them back.
I'll pick up on that whole point about chasing those voters when we come back. Spencer, went to the break. Greg was talking about chasing these voters. We saw Hillary Clinton do that, chasing these mythical white voters. Oh, if only we can flip them. Elections are about turning out your base.
That's absolutely
you put the money where your base is located and you turn them out in massive numbers, then you don't have to flip as many folks on the other side. That's just basic math.
And there are two parts of this, right? One is where you're going to invest your money, right? This notion of, hey, let's put a lot of money on TV with these swing voters and ignore black folks. The other part, though, is actually walking away from black folks and the issues that matter to black folks so that you can appeal and so that you don't seem racialized or connected to black folks. So those are two significant problems, and they're two significant mistakes that have resulted in election defeats. We saw a major victory yesterday as a result of engaging and responding to black folks.
Rena, we saw, of course, even with Trump election, where the Clinton people, we don't need those yard signs, things along those lines. But the reality is that stuff still works. People see it and they go, wow, something's going on. They get excited about it. We heard the exact same thing in Alabama. Old school campaigning still works. It's not all about the text message and the digital ads.
Absolutely. Well, you were talking about Hillary's base. Well, her base was in New York. That's where she was spending her time and money. Now, you know my thoughts, and I've said it on this show many times. I have felt that Hillary Clinton has long been out of touch with the average American woman and cannot understand her plight because she has led this privileged life for so long. And when I saw Trump unloading the trucks in Louisiana when there was flooding there during the campaign, I said, where's Hillary? I needed to see her in those states, and she wasn't there.
You took a couple of boxes off, but go ahead. I understand your point.
I agree. Look,
I understand your point.
It was an hour maybe he stayed. So the point is, I think, they need to get back to understanding what works, and it's a ground game no matter what.
It is grassroots. It's about what is important to me. When I go to work every day and come home and I look my children in the face, what do I need? I need a job. I need someone to not arrest me and put me in jail because of the color of my skin. I need to feel my children will get educated when they walk into school, and then if I need health care, that I can go and have access to it and live a healthy life.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.